Season 4 of Competitive just started for all of us Overwatch players, and we got a lot more than just a cool Hanamura badge. There's a lot of really important changes that happened in this update, and I'm going to talk all about them. So the first big change that happened this season involves some exploiters in Brazil, and if you haven't heard about them, they're basically a 6-stack that would go and play late at night, and they would queue with people who are much lower level because the queuing system couldn't find people of their level also in a 6-stack that late at night. So they would get top 500 and they would immediately get all the badges and all the cool player icons and the rewards that you get for achieving top 500. Well, now if you want to receive all those rewards, you're going to have to try a little harder than just making it into top 500 once. To make it into top 500 and get all the rewards, you're going to need to be top 500 at the end of the season. So you can't just get it once and then say, oh, I don't need to be top 500 anymore. The time the season closes, you better be in the top 500 or you're not getting those rewards anymore. It's honestly pretty fair in my opinion. It makes top 500 a lot more worthwhile when you get those rewards, and it makes it so at the end of the season, everyone's really trying extra hard to try and be the top 500. It adds a lot of competition to the higher level. It is a little unfair though for all the people who already got the rewards just for dipping in a top 500 and then dropping right back out, but in the future I'm sure it'll be a lot less common to see those. The main gameplay change that Blizzard messed around with this season was on the 2 capture point maps. Specifically, this happens a lot on Temple of Anubis. When you are respawning as the defender on the second point, you're trying so hard to get on that point and all the attackers are on it, and one person will respawn and they'll run on the point, they'll be Tracer, and they'll try to contest it for as long as they possibly can until, you know, the rest of the team comes in there and defends the point. Well, if they're on the point, and I believe if it's in overtime, then there will start to be a delay on the defender's respawn, so you can't just run back in onto that point and try and go into overtime and try and like make that last as long as possible. You can't just contest over and over unless you're Mei. But besides Mei, they're basically doing this so that the defenders don't have such an advantage because they already spawn so close to the point that adding this delay makes it a lot more fair on the attackers who really just want to get in there, capture the point, and not have to deal with some stupid stuff, some stupid Tracers or Meis running in at the last second trying to hold it and not really accomplishing anything, because to be fair, that really just doesn't work out that much of the time, and when it does, it just feels kind of stupid and you're like, really? Come on, we had that. If you're like me and you're striving to get those shiny ranks that are diamond and above, specifically master and grandmaster, you're gonna be interested to hear that while last season you had to play 1 game a week to keep your rank from going down, this season you're gonna have to play even more than that if you want your rank to not decay back down to 3000. You'll actually have to play 1 game, and when you do, you'll get 24 hours added to your little time bank, and every game you play, you'll get another 24 hours added to your time bank, and this time bank can only go up to 7 days. So what you have to do is you have to build up your time bank, and if it runs out, you will start to lose your rank again. So basically, the more games you play, the longer you postpone your rank from decaying. And me personally, I really like this because last season the decay system was only really affecting people who just stopped playing Overwatch altogether. In this season, they have it more like where if you're not actually trying really hard at Overwatch and you're actually not trying that hard to be a pro, basically, you're gonna lose your rank pretty quickly and you're gonna get sucked back down to 3000 very quickly. So you really gotta be on point if you want to stay at your super high rank this season. While I'm sure you're trying to achieve the highest rank you possibly can when you play competitive, some players are a little different and they like to try getting the lowest possible rank, which sounds kind of funny, but it's not so funny when you're on their team and you're trying to win and they're not. So what Blizzard went and did is they're not really giving players incentive to achieve the lowest possible rank. What they've done is they've made it so if your rank is below 500, you no longer see a number or even a symbol. Now it just doesn't say anything, and I think it looks a little bit more like quick play when you're playing in a 500 and below game. So all those players who were trying so hard to make their teammates rage and trying so hard to get that bronze level 0 or level 1 or whatever the lowest level is, they won't be doing it as much anymore because there really isn't that much incentive incentive to be getting the lowest possible rank. You'll just get thrown into the below 500 matches and be kind of depressed because everybody sucks at the game. Rest in peace. One of the things I've been hearing people talk a lot about this season is Bastion. Bastion, I keep hearing, is just a horrible, tremendous problem, and matches just come down to who has the better Bastion. And this isn't really the case. This season is kind of reminding me of when Overwatch first came out, and nobody really knew how to deal with Bastion. He just kind of did so much damage, he mowed through everybody. But there are ways to kill Bastion, and while it is tough, and he is a lot tougher than he used to be, and teams that are pocketing him really hard and making your life hell, they can be beat. They really can, and you just kind of need to know the tricks to how to do it. For example, if they have a Bastion with a Reinhardt setup, all you really need to do is peek out, see the very corner of Reinhardt's shield where you can see the shield but you can't see Bastion, slowly take it down. As soon as Reinhardt's shield is down, you can have an Ana sleep dart ready for the Bastion, you can have a Roadhog hook ready, you can have a number of things. There's actually, I personally think the Ana sleep dart and the Roadhog hook are the best way to deal with Bastion, but there are other ways like Genji reflect where you can just, reflect the bullets right back at him, and that's also a really good way to get Reinhardt's shield down, is to just reflect those bullets back and shred through it. So if you got those Bastions in your game, never fear, there are ways around it, and you might just have to learn a little bit more about some other heroes in order to figure out ways to counter Bastion's incredible power. I hope you're having a really fun season 4 of Overwatch. I personally have been having a blast on Xbox and PC, and I've been having a really good time making these Overwatch videos recently. I can tell you guys really enjoy them, and that makes me really happy. So if you are enjoying my videos, please subscribe. It would really make my day, and if you're enjoying my videos that much, I would really appreciate it. Anyway, I'm not going to take up any more of your time. Thanks for watching, and I'll be signing off.